for another classic battle inside the Brave CF 58 cage. 3 5-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 2 losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 74.9 kilograms. Representing Isakov team and Bulgarian top team and fighting out of Belgium, please welcome Issa, the Determinator, Isakov. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 6 losses. He stands 182 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 70.5 kilograms. Representing IFS Belfast and fighting out of Northern Ireland by way of Poland. Give it up for Maciek, Magic Man, Gierszewski.
Than it ordinarily is. We cannot always get all the personnel that we want. Maciek, Gierszewski's corner was not able to come. My broadcast partner, Phil Campbell, the Irish Thunder, is actually stepping in, and he is in Maciek's corner. I'm going to be joined here by Carlos Kramer, the Roaring Lion of Brave. The Roaring Lion is sitting down with me right now, and the fight is underway.
We've been waiting for this one, Kirik, for a long time. A lot of build-up onto this fight.
This is such a beautiful contrast in styles. You got somebody who can knock you out with one punch versus somebody who is very hard to knock out, as we saw in that bout with Jamil Chan. Jamil trying to land those huge shots. They were avoided for 15 full minutes.
Kirik, this has the potential to be the fight of the night. These two styles are matching up beautifully inside the cage. Both men are on a roll, coming into the prime of their career. Tell us about how important a victory is at this stage of their career.
This is huge, particularly in Maciek's case. He's not getting any younger. A big win could push him into very, very close to title contention. A loss would push him perhaps impossibly far away. In that sense, what's riding on this fight? Everything. And you're going to see him fight like it. Maciek Gierszewski is going to throw everything with knockout intentions.
He's a classic example, Kirik, of somebody who's evolved their game later in their career and getting their rhythm and their groove late in their career, which has worked out perfectly for him.
Gierszewski gets all of his wins by stoppage. He can be tapped, and Isakov is a tap machine.
Isakov imposing his will on Gierszewski right now. Gierszewski very calm, doing what he can to stay under control. This Brave CF 58 Monster Zim night has been incredible, ladies and gentlemen of Brave Nation.
As we've discussed earlier, this is one of the great tests of strength in mixed martial arts. Requires a great deal of technique, great deal of leverage in order to get the exact position you want. Isakov got it, and then he parlayed that into a takedown.
Very nice, Kirik. Controlling from the top. This has been a challenge for Magic Man. He would much rather be standing and banging. But his ground game has come a lot through lately, and he has shown a lot of well-roundedness in his game.
His ground game is improving enormously, more so by my reckoning from the top than from the bottom. Very, very hard in mixed martial arts to develop a great offensive guard game. Gierszewski likely gonna try and hold on, work defensively here. At some point, put those feet into the hips, kick off, try and get back up to standing. Isakov is well aware of that, keeping those hips tight to his opponent. Very effective use of the head. If Isakov can keep his head above his opponent's head, it becomes very, very hard to get off that floor.
And what Isakov's doing right now is stealing the round if he can keep this up.
He is. He's landing not a huge number of shots, but enough to keep it on the ground. Strategically, he's probably, and you're seeing it right there, he's going to go body and then head. The headshots cause by far more damage, but if you throw those, which many fighters do, they go straight for the head, it's relatively easy to thwart. You go to the body first, get the elbows down a little bit, and then the head is right there.
You can see Magic Man's ribs very red from the shots he's been taking. Isakov with a great game plan so far, Kierak.
He is indeed. One of the things I try and communicate to Brave Nation is when you see something on the television screen, these little shots on the ground don't look like much, but when you see them from up close and when you hear them, you can actually feel them. You realize they're hitting hard, and then you look at the body, you see that reddened body, and you realize these are not pity pats.
Incredibly tough, both men. What a night. Making history tonight with Monster Zim. Unbelievable South Korean audience. Everyone has been so hospitable.
So hospitable. Phenomenal showcase for the great Korean heart. Now, when I say heart, I mean it in terms of bravery and also in terms of kindness. Isakov now trapping that arm only briefly. Gierszewski trying to throw elbows from bottom. Has worked in the history of the sport, but less than a handful of times. That was the clapper you just heard, Brave Nation. It means there's 10 seconds left. That brings us down to about 5 right now. We're just about to hear the round-ending horn, and then the fighter's going to go back to their corner. I am not a judge here tonight, but there is a little...
South Korea, just incredible to showcase this great nation again. Another of 26 countries brave. 5 continents we've been in, shattering records across the world, and here giving the fighters who deserve the exposure, the support, and the platform that they've never gotten before from any other promotion, but Brave will find it.
Absolutely, and that's true not just on a fighter-by-fighter basis, but we're also giving the top fighters in Korea a chance not simply to fight each other, but to fight the entire world. We've got 8 Korea versus the world bouts here. This one's actually one of the exceptions that proves the rule. Here we've got England by way of Poland versus Belgium. This is a Europe versus Europe bout, but the vast majority of bouts on this card are either Korea versus Korea or Korea versus the world.
Let's see how this pivotal round can go. Gierszewski trying to stay on his feet.
Gierszewski able to get that single with very little trouble. He was able to keep his opponent down, again, without a great deal of trouble for the entire latter portion of round 1. He may be able to, he is going to attempt to do it here in the second round. Referee is going to need to see a fair amount of action to allow it to stay on the ground that entire time. Brave Nation, what the referees are looking for here is either damaging strikes or furthering position or furthering the setup for a submission. Simply staying on top, not enough.
Isakov is moving very well, keeping that control and showing his dominance.
On the shots that you're seeing right here alone, they're enough to keep the fight on the ground. You're also going to see him trying to further position. He's going to try and get past that half guard, end up in topside control or even mount. There's an attempt. There's the pass to side control, and it is successful.
Beautiful to a crucifix.
That arm is now trapped. The far arm is in danger of being trapped, and here come the elbows. There is very little defense to these elbows from this position.
Isakov just landing shot after shot, having incredible positioning. What does Gierszewski have to do right here to get out of this?
He's got to run in one direction, which he's starting to do, and then switch directions and twist his body simultaneously. He didn't yank his body sideways quite enough.
Isakov landing shot after shot with his elbow punches.
Astonishingly, these shots are not causing any cuts yet, but they are going to.
Only a matter of time.
There we go. Now the elbow's in the body, and it's trapped again. Isakov is relentless in this attack. He is relentless with these elbows, relentless with positional dominance.
Isakov having a beautiful strategy so far. Gierszewski staying very, very cool. Seeing if he can find that window again. Elbows to the face. he's not going to be able to take much more of that.
Gierszewski needs to get on his side. Needs to get on that side, then start, and it's over.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Isakov with the victory, and what a performance by him. The Magic Man put up an incredible fight. Both guys
He's capable of it. He's as tough as they come. However, he did not show the ability to escape from that position. Isakov did show the ability to throw a virtually unlimited number of downward elbows. The referee wisely stopped the bout. No serious injury to Maciek Gierszewski tonight. Thanks God to those elbows from Isakov, because they are deadly, thanks to the terrific officiating that was on display there. Big props to the referee. Koreans are not just great fighters, they are not just great human beings, they are great officials too. Here's another replay, courtesy of Monster Zim. You can just see these elbows and punches landing relentlessly. After over a minute of continuous shots without a single shot landing, in response, the referee very wisely decided to stop it. Phenomenal display of positional dominance from Isakov. Phenomenal display of what you can do when you...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another classic battle inside the Brave CF 58 Monsters in Cage. This bout ends in the second round at 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Your winner by TKO due to strikes, Issa, the Determinator, Isakov.